So in terms of like, what's your pet peeve? What drives you absolutely batty?
I don't know that I have a pet peeve. I love working with my clients. I try to make myself available to them, and invariably they're going to get my cell phone number. So, I turn my phone off at night. I have a 5-year-old, and I'm told after 6 p.m. the phone goes off because I'm not taking client calls.
I had the same rule with my wife, so
Yeah.
I
So,
get it.
but no, I can't say pet peeves. This has been a great area for me. It's very clear. So as long as I've done my job, and I tell my clients, as long as I do my job right, when we go to court, it's going to be very smooth. And
So I'm going to ask a kind of a BNI type question because I'm curious because, I have business clients that are, right now currently in litigation. Let's assume it's a wage and hour and they're just worried that they may end up losing the suit. When does a debt like that, or when does that become a dischargeable, or when is it dischargeable, when is it non-dischargeable?
with wage and hour, okay,
Or
so
let's say a judgment, or like let's assume I got a judgment against the let's start with civil litigation. Let's assume I lose my case. My client ends up losing the case and there's a judgment against them for a civil lawsuit.
okay, so for a judgment, if it's against the business, the bankruptcy, it goes away. Now, again, I should have been more clear. With a business bankruptcy, the debts are never discharged.
Oh, sorry.
The
Okay.
business closes down. If the business were ever to, the exact same business under the exact same tax ID number were to open up, those debts are still there. So your client would say, I've got a construction company, I've got $1 million lawsuit that I just lost. I'm not going to be able to pay it. They're going to shut that company down. Bankruptcy will shut it down very neatly, and it will allow them to start a brand new construction company. And I said construction because there's certain licensing that if you have a debt or you get from a client and you don't pay that debt, minus the bankruptcy, you will lose your license. So the bankruptcy actually will protect their license.
Oh, okay.
You did mention wage and hour. Now
Yes.
that is a different animal in California. Small, closely held companies, the debt is going to go under the bankruptcy. However, the Department of Labor can go after the individual. So if your client has a bunch of DOL claims, the bankruptcy will take care of them, but the Department of Labor can still go after him personally. Personal bankruptcy would take care of it, but if they're not wanting to do that. So I tell all my business clients, if you're going to file a bankruptcy, treat your client or treat your employees very well. Bring him in. Say, we're now done. Here's a letter of reference. Here's my phone number. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure you get a new job. Okay. But you don't ever want to mess people around on their hours. A, it's just the wrong thing to do, and B, it will bite you.